What's up everyone, it's your boy Alexis, and today I'm comparing Samsung's latest and greatest smartphones to see which one is a better fit for you. So on one side we have the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is a powerhouse and your traditional flagship smartphone. On the other hand, we have the Galaxy Z Fold 5, Samsung's take on the future of foldable smartphones. I know many of you are wondering which one deserves your hard-earned cash, and that's why today I've prepared a comprehensive overview and comparison between the two devices. We'll be dissecting these devices from a variety of different metrics, from design and performance to cameras and special features. So whether you're a tech aficionado or you're simply looking for your next daily driver, I'm here to help you make an informed decision. So stick around to find out which one is a better fit for you. Let's get into the video. Design and build quality. The Galaxy S23 Ultra has your traditional smartphone design with a couple of extra features. And for all intents and purposes, it's another slab of glass with a touchscreen and some cameras. And to be honest, it's pretty amazing. There's no need to reinvent the wheel here. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra will still offer you that similar feel to something like a Galaxy Note. It comes with a big display that elegantly wraps around the edges. The back of the device has a premium feel and a matte finish. The Galaxy S23 Ultra gets its personality from the built-in S Pen design, as well as the insane camera setup, and of course you can't forget the big display. The flagship device offers a premium build quality as well as a box-like design this time around. So you'll notice that the edges of the Ultra are a little bit sharper this time. On the other hand, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 offers a completely different approach to its design, while maintaining some of the build quality that comes with its competitor. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 offers a peek into the future with its foldable display technology. It sports a narrow and tall cover display while offering a massive main display when unfolded. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 redefines the way that you interact with your smartphone, and it really contributed to making foldable smartphones more mainstream. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 also offers a premium build, and it allows you to use it as a smartphone or a mini tablet at your convenience. And honestly, I do like how both of the phones were designed. I think that they both have their unique features about them. However, I personally like the Galaxy Z Fold 5 design a little bit better, and I believe that that's just because it's something novel. So we've all seen, a slab of glass with the touchscreen before, but foldable displays, you don't really see them quite often display. Now, when it comes to the displays on both of these devices, this should be a major consideration if you're thinking about buying one of these devices. The Galaxy S23 Ultra offers a big 6.8-inch display. It offers vibrant colors, great viewing angles, and it's easy to see outside even on a sunny day. On the other hand, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 comes with two displays, which is what really makes it different from most smartphones that are out today. So the cover display is going to be a tall and narrow display at 6.2 inches, and the main display is going to be a little bit wider and more of a mini tablet feel at 7.6 inches. So on the Galaxy Z Fold 5, you might find yourself using the smaller screen for certain tasks, whereas you might prefer using the bigger screen for like streaming or multitasking. So each one is going to have sort of a different purpose. So for instance, I would typically find myself using the cover display with one app, whereas I would do almost everything else on the main display. The cover display is almost like most Samsung displays out there, so it'll be a glass display, whereas the main display will be plastic, so it will be slightly dimmer and potentially more fragile, especially because it is being folded. So due to this technology being relatively new, there are some challenges that you will face when using the main display on the Galaxy Z Fold 5, whereas if you're using your standard phone like a Galaxy S23 Ultra, you don't have to worry about the crease or folding it or anything like that. And luckily both devices offer 120 Hz displays. Even on the Galaxy Fold, whether you're using the cover display or the main display, you can set it up to be an 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. So regardless of which device you go with, you'll still get a smooth experience. So the way I like to describe the differences between the displays is that the Galaxy S23 Ultra is more like a big phone, whereas the Galaxy Z Fold 5 can be a slim phone or a mini tablet. Performance. So in terms of the performance of the device, I'll briefly talk about some of the specs and also some of my experiences using each device. And to be honest, I don't really find a lot of value from Geekbench scores nowadays. They are helpful to get some specs on paper. However, I feel like it's more valuable for me to discuss how I use the phone day to day and for more intensive applications. Both the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Fold 5 come with the brand new Snapdragon chip, which is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. So the brand new processor allows the devices to handle almost any task you throw at it. So both devices offer a variety of storage options. So you can go as low as 256 gigabytes, you can bump it up to 512 gigabytes, or you could also do a maximum of 1 terabyte. So while both devices do offer similar storage options, the Galaxy S23 Ultra could potentially have lower RAM. So it just depends on which version you buy. So the base model of the Galaxy S23 Ultra will come with 8 gigabytes, but if you were to upgrade the storage, say to like a 512 or a 1 terabyte, then that version of the Ultra will come with 12 gigs of RAM. So it's not a huge difference, but if you are looking for that extra RAM, it's just something to look out for. On the other hand, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 comes with 12 gigs of RAM out the box, so you don't have to worry about which version you get. You can simply buy the base model and still get the higher RAM. And again, while it's not a big jump, it will make a difference when you're using more intensive applications and save you some time over the long run. So for reference, I got the base model Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is a 256 gigabyte. And so that means that I have the 8 gigs of RAM in my device. And to be honest, I haven't really experienced any issues or anything like that. The phone is really fast. I was actually surprised that I had the 8 gigs of RAM version. I thought that they all came with the 12 gigs, similar to the Fold. But it turns out that the base model does come with lower RAM. But on the day-to-day, you shouldn't see a big difference. Camera system. The camera setup on each device will be quite different. So if you're deciding whether to get the Ultra or the Fold, the cameras is going to be a big factor when it comes to that decision. So first, the Galaxy S23 Ultra has 1 front-facing camera and 4 rear cameras. So the front-facing camera will be a 12 megapixel, and then with the rear cameras, we have a 200 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide, a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 10 megapixel 10x periscope telephoto. In other words, this phone takes really good pictures. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra is a beast when it comes to taking photos and videos. The cameras offer 3x as well as 10x optical zoom and the super impressive 100x digital zoom. And I actually personally used the Galaxy S23 Ultra to film all of these YouTube videos ever since I unboxed the device. And in fact, before I even had the 23 Ultra, I actually used the previous model, the S22 Ultra, to film everything as well. The cameras on the Galaxy S23 Ultra go all out, and it's honestly going to be the best camera experience on any smartphone. In terms of the ease of use, the quality, and the speed, it's all there. Now, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 also comes with a total of 5 cameras. However, this time around it's going to be 2 front-facing cameras and 3 rear cameras. The cover display will have a 10 megapixel front-facing camera, and the main display will have a 4 megapixel front-facing camera under the main display. Then the 3 rear cameras are a 50 megapixel wide angle, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 10 megapixel telephoto. And on top of that, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is capable of doing 3x optical zoom as well as 30x digital zoom. So while the Galaxy Z Fold 5 can still take good quality pictures and videos, it's just not going to have those additional features that you would find on something like a Galaxy S23 Ultra. So you can tell there that the camera quality is going to be slightly less, as well as the zoom capability. So you'll notice that the Ultra has the capability of doing 3x and 10x optical zoom and even 100x zoom, which is insane. And then compared to the Fold, it's going to have only 3x optical zoom and 30x digital zoom. So, you know, it is going to be a lot less in terms of the camera. So if you really are looking for those extra features and for the better camera, I would recommend, you know, leaning towards the S23 Ultra. And it's kind of interesting because it's almost like the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is better for like selfies and front-facing video. And then the Galaxy S23 Ultra is just going to be a lot better overall. So whether it's a selfie or a video using the rear camera, the Galaxy S23 Ultra will have a more well-rounded camera. But to be honest, it really will depend on how you use your camera. So if you really plan on using like the extra zoom capability, as well as the higher quality, then maybe the Galaxy S23 Ultra makes a little bit more sense. Whereas if you don't really care as much about that, maybe you will exclusively use the rear cameras, then yeah, maybe the Galaxy Z Fold 5 might make a little bit more sense. So it really just depends on your situation. Battery life. So the battery life is also a really important factor when deciding to choose between the Galaxy S23 Ultra or the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra comes with a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and it's also capable of up to 45-watt fast charging. On the other hand, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 will have a 4400 milliamp hour battery, and it will only be able to charge up to 25 watts fast charge. And yeah, the difference between the battery on each device is going to be like night and day. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra has an amazing battery, it has good standby times, it can easily last me all day and even some change. And when you finally run out of battery, you can quickly recharge your battery. If you have the 45-watt super fast charger, it's super fast, as the name implies. So again, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is definitely behind when it comes to the battery life and also the charging speeds. And while it is something that has been improving little by little, it's definitely not something that can compete with the Galaxy S23 Ultra right now. And don't get me wrong, although the Galaxy Z Fold 5 does have a decent battery, I do still have to be mindful about how I use the battery because you can easily drain the battery on this thing, especially if you're using the main display all day, intensive apps, split apps, you can really deplete your battery quick. So if you're considering buying one of these devices, make sure you think about how you use your battery. And I don't think it really needs to be said, but I think the Galaxy S23 Ultra is the clear winner here. Software. So in terms of software, both devices will come with the latest version of Samsung's One UI. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, One UI is the operating system on your Samsung device. So essentially, One UI is kind of like a skin placed on top of stock Android. So both devices will be running the latest version of One UI. However, there will be some slight differences between the two. But the main difference is just going to be how One UI treats the home view. So on the S23 Ultra, you can only have one lock screen and one home screen. Whereas on the Galaxy Z Fold 5, One UI actually treats the device almost as two different devices. So you can have two different lock screens and two different home screens. So it does kind of change how you customize the phone a little bit. So personally, I think that the Galaxy S23 Ultra works great with any launcher of your choosing, whether it's One UI or something like Nova Launcher. And then if you're gonna get the Galaxy Z Fold 5, in my opinion, I think that right now the best launcher to use with it will be the default launcher, which is One UI. So depending on whether you like One UI or not, this could be an important factor when deciding to choose between the Ultra and the Fold. And for connectivity, again, both of the devices will have something kind of similar. So they're both definitely capable of 5G, high-speed internet connection. So you also have the NFC chip, which you typically use for like payments and things like that. And you can't forget about Bluetooth. So regardless of which device you go with, you can still pair to your other Bluetooth devices. You can still use the Samsung Wallet on either one and more. Price and value. So in terms of the price and the value, the Galaxy S23 Ultra starts at $1,200 and the Galaxy Z Fold 5 starts at $1,800. So due to the Galaxy S23 Ultra being $400 cheaper, it is going to be a better value, better bang for your buck. However, it really does depend on how you plan to use the device. For example, if you're looking for a better camera, better battery, and a standard form factor, the Galaxy S23 Ultra will probably be a better option. And honestly, for most people, the Galaxy S23 Ultra would probably be the better option. So I would argue that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 makes a little bit more sense if you care more about the mini tablet experience. as well as the multitasking abilities and using the innovative display technology. So nobody really needs a Galaxy Z Fold 5. However, if you are a tech enthusiast or you simply like trying out the cutting edge technology, then this one might make more sense. Durability and water resistance. When it comes to the durability and the water resistance, there is going to be a big difference here. We all used to think that the Edge display was super fragile, but then once you compare it to something like a foldable display, the Edge display starts looking a little sturdier. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra offers a glass display, whereas the Galaxy Z Fold 5 offers a glass display on the cover screen and a plastic display on the main display. So the hinge does help in protecting the main display. However, because there's just so many moving parts with the Galaxy Z Fold 5, I do believe that the Galaxy S23 Ultra will have better durability. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra comes with IP68 water resistance, whereas the Galaxy Z Fold 5 comes with IPX8 water resistance. So they're both rated to be up to 1.5 meters in fresh water for 30 minutes. However, if you go on Samsung's website, even they claim that, yeah, you shouldn't really be bringing these phones into the pool or to the beach, into like the ocean, because the seals do deteriorate over time, and especially like, pools, you got chemicals in there and stuff. So I wouldn't recommend taking your phone into any big body of water, whether it's the Ultra or the Fold. But if you spill some water on it, or if it's raining outside, these are built to handle that. However, I will point out that the main difference between IP68 water resistance and IPX8 water resistance is that one actually offers water resistance and dust resistance, whereas the other one only offers water resistance. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra has you protected against water and dust, whereas the Galaxy Z Fold 5 only has you protected against water. No dust resistance at this time. Special features. So in terms of special features, the first one that pops into my head in terms of the Galaxy S23 Ultra would be the built-in S Pen. So the built-in S Pen is probably my favorite part of the Galaxy S23 Ultra, besides the camera. So I really like using the S Pen for scrolling, taking screenshots, taking notes. It's a really versatile tool, and honestly, I use it every day. And fun fact, I actually make all of my YouTube thumbnails on my Galaxy S23 Ultra, so I do also use photo editing apps and things like that with the S Pen, and honestly it works great. So that's another reason why I'm still holding on to the Galaxy S23 Ultra. On the other hand, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 special feature definitely has to be the Flex Hinge and Flex Mode. So I've discussed Flex Mode extensively in the past couple videos that I've made about the Galaxy Z Fold 5, so I can go ahead and link them down below if you haven't watched them already. So I'll just briefly touch on Flex Mode. So the Flex Hinge allows you to use your phone in a super slim form factor. You can also unfold it and use it in a mini tablet form factor. And on top of that, you can use it somewhere in between. So you can have it folded halfway and use it that way as well. So that's what gives you a truly unique experience on the Galaxy Z Fold 5 when compared to the Galaxy S23 Ultra and almost any other smartphone on the market right now. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 also has the option of using an external S Pen. However, since it's not built into the device, it is something that you have to buy separately. So I still have yet to use the S Pen on the Galaxy Z Fold 5, but if that's something that you're interested in seeing, please let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to provide that video. Ecosystem integration. So both the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Fold 5 work great in the Samsung ecosystem. So whether you get the Galaxy S23 Ultra or the Galaxy Z Fold 5, you can easily pair to your Galaxy Watch, or if you have the Galaxy Buds, or even like a Galaxy tablet, you can seamlessly connect to all of your devices within the ecosystem. So whether you're planning on stepping into the Samsung ecosystem, or you're wondering if it'll be compatible with your existing Samsung devices, either device will work seamlessly with the Samsung ecosystem. Final thoughts. So for my final thoughts, if you're looking to upgrade to a new device and you're unsure of whether you should go with the Galaxy S23 Ultra or the Galaxy Z Fold 5, it really does depend on what features you're looking for. And to be honest, for most people, I would probably recommend the Galaxy S23 Ultra by default. However, if you're looking for those extra features, you want to have that mini tablet experience, you want to use the foldable display, and you don't mind having a slightly lower camera quality or slightly lower battery, and a higher price, then maybe the Galaxy Z Fold 5 might be an option for you. And ultimately, what I would recommend is to just reflect on how you use your device currently and what you wish it could do better. If you liked the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this one. In the meantime, it's been your boy Alexis comparing the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.